Hi, it's Lisa Cuneo and welcome to my scrapbook table. I am scrapbooking some birthday pictures today. We were in Alabama last October for a little seven-year-old's birthday party, and her sisters and mom and aunt all worked together to make the cake and cupcakes, and that's what these two pages are about. This is for the August Stick It Down double page challenge. Here's the sketch. So we've got hexagons going on. It looks like a little bit of maybe stamped mixed media. I would really like to find some lined stamps. I thought I had some in my stash, but I looked and I don't. So I'm not sure what I'll do for that. I might just take a pen and do some doodle lines. We'll see. And I have some Simple Stories birthday things, foam stickers, chipboard stickers, some die cuts. So I'm gonna pull from those, and that's kind of where I got my color scheme. And these papers that I punched my hexagons from, this is an old Stampin' Up! Hexagon punch. Ideally, I would have had larger hexagons, but it would have taken a really long time to die cut this many hexagons, so I decided to just make it work with the small ones. And all of these are Simple Stories scraps, except this one. It's out of my scrap bin because I needed another pattern. I've already matted my photos in two different colors of aqua, greenish blue. One light, one dark. And I'm going to go ahead, get these laid out and glued down. I also pulled out some stamps. This has a die that says love. I think I'm going to do the 7 since it's her 7th birthday, and I might add let's celebrate or something like that. So that's what I have to work with. I'll be back shortly. Sorry about the ending of that section. I'm not sure what happened there, but you can see I have the hexagons down and the photos placed. It took a long time to put those hexagons down. I mean, that was the longest part of the whole, that took longer than everything else. The rest of it was pretty quick. I'm just drawing some wavy, not necessarily wavy, but not straight either. I wasn't trying to get them straight. That way, if they weren't straight, it didn't matter. So the one I'm drawing right now ends up covered up because I messed it up with a rub-on. So that one won't end up being there. And I put some down in the bottom corner. There we go. And you won't see it in the video or even in the still shots because after I was all done and was editing and going to upload, I realized I didn't do my journaling. So I did put some journaling right beside the cake photo in the middle right there. Now my title is going to be Let's Eat Cake, All the Cake. And I was just checking the spacing before I drew the line that would be underneath that. The foam stickers that come with this are really sticky. I mean, once you touch them down to something, they are stuck. The chipboard, however, is not quite as sticky, and sometimes it doesn't hold, so I always put some liquid glue on the back of that to make sure it stays put. There is a little slice of cake in the foam stickers, so I'm checking out where I think I want to put that. I end up putting it on the left-hand side, actually. Right, it fits nicely right in there. And I have these balloons. I was going to do both, but the pink one, I'm trying to steer away from the pink, and I didn't want to pull the pink in. There is a tiny bit of pink in the stripe paper, but other than that, I'm steering away from pink. I'm sticking with the aquas and that mustard yellow, navy, and that peachy color. So there's some stars in the package. I wish I had not put the reddish ones on. I thought they would blend in more with the orangey color, but they do not. But they're stuck, so they're there. That's okay. I do 2 clusters, one in the bottom left, kind of in the middle there, and one at the top right. Then I decided I was going to add some rub-ons. And this one says, these are all 49 and Market rub-ons. One says Wonder, Today, and Memory. I add some that say Good Times, Tasty Treats, Better Together, and Check This Out. I also added some little lines on top of the lines that I drew. I just use my bone folder there to pick that up, and I don't have you watch the rest of all of that, putting those down. I'm just finishing up gluing down the stars. They're really tiny, so I'm using my scissors to get them where my tweezers to get them where I want. So just a reminder, this sketch comes from the Stick It Down Facebook group. I'll have a link in the description box below. There are 4 different challenges for the month of August, maybe 3. There's a single page sketch, this double page sketch, and a card sketch. So please hop over there, visit the Stick It Down group, and join in and share what you create this month. There are examples that get posted all month long, and you'll be able to see what all of the creators who are part of the Stick It Down group, as well as those who visit our page and post their creations as well. So stop over there and join us. All right, nope, I guess not. I thought I was done gluing the stars. There we go. Anyhow, my journaling, which you will not see, just says Anna wanted a layered rainbow cake for her birthday, and her sisters, mom, and aunt worked together to make it happen. The result was spectacular, beautiful, and delicious. So now I decided I do want to add that 7. So I looked at my inks and I don't have many close to my heart inks, but one that I do have is one of my favorite colors. I think it's called Glacier. I love this color, and it's just right for what I'm doing here. So I don't know if I've ever used this stamp before, so I tested on some scrap paper first, which was a good thing because the first one was pretty blotchy, and even the second. So then I wiped it off and roughed it up a little bit and did it again. And when I'm going to stamp on a scrapbook page, I try to remember to put a layer of fun foam underneath, because I think it accepts the ink better if there's a little bit of a cushion there, and that did work. So you'll see in a second I grab my fun foam mat. It's just 2 pieces of fun foam that I've glued together, and it's bright yellow, which makes it easy to find. And I put 3 sevens. I put 1 with the stars at the top, 1 with the stars, I'm sorry for the shaking there, 1 with these little flowers over here to the far right, and lastly 1 near the word all the cake. And I really like what that added. It adds to the theme, it fits the color scheme, and it makes it fun. So we're just about to the end. The still shots are coming up. I'm really glad you joined me today. I hope you will visit the Facebook group and that you get to scrapbook something very soon. Bye-bye.